This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
It's time for Overrated, Underrated with Ryder and Lisa.
Underrated banana bread. I mean, it's obvious, but let's break down the reasons why. It can be breakfast, lunch, dinner,
Good
snack.
point.
It always crushes at bake sales. Sales through the roof. What do you mean,
When I go to a bake sale, I never purchase anything that's really easy to make.
Banana bread isn't easy to make.
It's one of the easier of the bakings to make. It's no creme brulee. It's no cheesecake.
Nobody's selling creme brulee at a bake sale.
Well, you must go to lame bake sales.
No. Take that back. I don't know if I've ever met a bad piece of banana bread.
You make a good point there. Like, even if it's a little undercooked, it's just like tender. And if it's a little overcooked, it's like a little crispy and it's fine as well. Mm-hmm. You just need more margarine.
So much margarine. That's like the only time I use margarine.
Because it's easy to spread. It doesn't mess with it.
It is. And you just put on like the thickest layer and nobody judges you when they see you with that.
So you make banana bread quite often.
When there's really like rotten looking bananas. Because that makes the best bee bread.
And you know I'm a sucker for using up produce and food before it goes bad. So I'm here for it. I'm with you that it's underrated.
And it's a decent price too. Like if you actually figured out how much.
Like, what do you think a loaf would cost with all ingredients in? You don't have to pay for the bananas because they were going to go in the garbage anyway.
Okay, I'd say maybe at most $3.50.
Whoa.
Because you're only using like a cup and a half of flour, a cup of sugar, a little bit of vanilla.
Okay, well.
No, you don't get any.
Why?
You got to pay for it. This is my bake sale.
Okay.
This is the moment of truth.
You just told me it's $3.50 for the whole loaf. So what do I owe you? 13 cents?
It's inflation, bro.
Ugh.
What do you mean? You love it.
Just kidding. So you've been tagged a bunch of times on TikTok because an artist released one of your favorite songs of all time, but in like a romantic version.
Yeah, but here's the thing, is it's not the full version, and they're teasing everyone, saying like, do you want the full version? And the amount of people in the comments that are like, I want to walk down the aisle to this song.
Get it done.
I guess I'm not the only person in the world that loves the Goofy movie soundtrack. If you are getting married and you still can't decide on what song you want to walk down the aisle to, may I suggest Eye to Eye by the Goofy movie?
One way or another, together's where we both belong.
If we listen to each other's heart, we'll find we're never too far apart. And maybe love is the reason why, for the first time ever, we're seeing it eye to eye.
Wow, I'm obsessed. I need the full version of that.
Although the first time ever we're seeing it eye to eye, I'm not sold that that's a romantic message.
Yes, we're seeing each other eye to eye. This is the first time ever that we're like married.
Nah.
Robert, please don't ruin this.
Well, I think it's a somewhat romantic about coming together maybe for the first time.
Yes, that's how we need to envision it.
So
okay?
you have to have your V card for it to make sense.
No.
Okay.
Some other examples of songs that are usually pretty fast-paced and catchy, but if you slow them down, they're actually quite romantic.
Oh, that's the one I want to do in a second. Here's the other one you were talking about.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you.
Okay, wait.
Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley?
But is that still considered being Rickrolled? Because how funny would it be if you Rickrolled the entire... Oh my gosh, somebody needs to do that with the actual version. If you Rickrolled everyone at your wedding...
And then it just snapped into the actual like love version.
Yeah, it'd be so fun.
This one's pretty good too.
Take on me.
another one that you think is usually pretty fast, but if it was slowed down, it would be romantic.
Okay, check this out. Sleep with one eye open.
That's the same pace as the original.
Gripping your pillow tight.
Still is.
Exit light.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, that note was beautiful.
Thank you. Enter night. Well, Metallica, it's kind of dirty, but...
Okay, so on the same type of genre here, like hard rock, metal.
Show me what you got.
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of... Is that the same pace? Well, how's the original going?
That was pretty close to the same pace, too.
See, this is really hard.
We're
so
not good at this.
When people can discover songs slowed down that are romantic. Okay, I did see one a while back, and it was a Justin Bieber song, and it was Baby, which was his first ever single.
Yeah.
Kind of cheesy, but if you slow it down, it's super cute. You know you love me. I know you care.
No, you're doing the same pace again.
Oh.
So I see, like, when you were making fun of me, I was actually, like, kind of annoyed. But
now
then...
you see it now.
Now I get it, yeah. Now we're talking about what the right age is for kids to get social media, for teens to get social media. I know my daughter really wants it, but knows that she's not anywhere close at this point, at 10.
Yeah, exactly.
She'll, like, mess around on my Instagram once in a while, but I don't follow many things that I'd have to worry about all that much, but I try to even keep her off that. Like, there's just so limited amounts of opportunity for kids to stay kids these days that I want to keep the innocence around as long as possible.
Yeah, that's fair. I do see that there are a lot of preteens or teenagers who don't really go through an awkward stage anymore, which I do think in a way is kind of important because they're being influenced by older people. So they're just growing up faster. They're learning how to do their makeup. They're not having that awkward stage where they're trying to put blue eyeshadow on and it looks tragic. Like they kind of skip that whole finding themselves phase.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, of course, that not everyone is like that, but if they're influenced by social media and the shows that they're watching, odds are they grow up way faster.
Yeah, and that's sad, right?
It's just probably scary for a parent.
And feeling like you're growing up fast is probably scary for a lot of kids, too.
Yeah, or feeling like you need to be a certain way, look a certain way, instead of just being yourself because you're not influenced by the internet.
What age do you think?
Okay, so my kids snuck it, actually, in the beginning, and I really wanted to keep them around, 14.
Yeah.
And they started to kind of use stuff before that. And I really wish it would have been later because socially, I just don't think that they're ready to take it on. Like, they can hardly handle a bully at school or just a kid being a jerk, let alone 10,000 kids being jerks.
Because, you look at TikTok and the comment section on most videos are ruthless, the ones that go viral. If there's anything to pick on somebody about, it's happening in the comment section, and you never know which videos are going to take off. Like when we started on social media, our first MySpace or Facebook account, it was just our friends that would see it.
Not the world.
That's definitely not the case now.
Well, no, and that's just it. And you think that things are private, you think that things are locked down, and then they're not. Or it's somebody from school, and then they've spread it to everybody else.
Yeah, all of that. Very terrifying.
Yeah, so it seems like if you Google it, the average age is 13. Hillary wrote in saying, I'm not sure if there is a right age to be on social media. When my kids start to seem interested in it, we'll have some conversations, maybe set up some accounts that will be heavily monitored until they're definitely at an age where they know what's appropriate and acceptable or not. And it's true, like in this day and age with computers in schools and cell phones and needing to be in contact with your parents, like it makes sense to have certain devices, but heavily monitoring them, that is an option. There's a lot of parental control on devices.
Well, I want to be able to see, too, that it's not going to become a full-blown addiction because...
Which seems to be the case.
Yeah. Like, I'm enjoying having my kid mentally present at the dinner table when she gets home from school, on our drive home from school.
Oh, I can't imagine being a parent and then all of a sudden when the kid gets a device and they're not responding to you.
Yeah, just
they're
gone. They're lost in something else.
Oh my gosh, that must be so hard.
Yeah, big time.
Sarah says that she offers her teens $50 a month as long as they can stay off of social media. This way they can tell their friends they're doing it for the money and not feel bad.
Yeah.
I love that because they're making money that they can save up and they're living in the moment and they're not being influenced by social media, comparing themselves to others.
Because I was thinking about that. Like, I would love to keep social media out of my daughter's life for as long as possible, but you also don't want it to be a reason that she's snubbed or picked on.
Or everyone's like, you don't know who blank is.
This is a way to protect that. Like, I know my cousin was offered a deal from her grandpa, $1,000 if she didn't touch a cigarette or alcohol until her 21st birthday.
Okay.
And then she got $1,000, or it might have even been more. It might have been like $5,000 or something.
Wow.
And that was always her reason. And she never had to feel peer pressured.
Right.
She'd just say, like,
No,
sorry,
there's
I'm not.
money on the line here.
There's big money on the line. Yeah, pretty smart move.
Very smart move. Jen wrote in saying social media cutoff should be 60. My grandma posting flowers and sending chain emails and getting hacked is a bigger concern for me at this moment.
I guess it's only fair that if we're talking about what age you should be introduced, we should also be talking about what age you got to be done with it.
I ran into one of my friends over the weekend. He was bartending for the Oilers game, and I hadn't seen him in so long. I wanted to tag him in a picture that I was with him. And he's like, oh, I don't have social media anymore. And I was like, do you love it? He said, yes. The only sad thing is his birthday was recently, and he only got 2 texts. One from his mom and one from his wife. And it's true. Like, a lot of people keep Facebook because it's like their birthday calendar. He's like, I didn't care, but it was just funny to me that nobody knew it was my birthday.
Yeah, so he cared.
Maybe a little bit.
Like the fact that he told you definitely cared.
Yeah.
Okay, so my middle daughter is 14. And when I set up her Facebook account last year, I put it to my email. So every notification, every friend request comes to me. And I get to see exactly what she's doing. And I have her login information and monitor it. It depends on the kid, right?
Yeah.
So I think you have to kind of base it on their maturity level and what they can handle. And if they don't handle it right, well, then it's gone. It's simple. For example, she has Facebook. Anytime anyone tags her in anything,
That's
I
really
get an
smart.
email.
Now, at what age do you break free from that? Because are you going to be like one of those moms who she's 24, you're still checking
Who's
in?
adding you on Facebook? Where'd you meet them?
Yeah. No, her older sister's 17, and last year she switched it to her own.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you for the call. We appreciate it. Thanks to anybody who called and texted in on this one. Nice to get some different perspectives.
5 simple words, $1,000. It's Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay.
We are joined by caller 7 today, who is Katie, and I must say has one of the most pleasant-sounding voices I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning.
Where are you listening from this morning?
I am at work right now.
Nice. Okay, well, let's make you some extra money this hour.
Okay, cool.
So for every word that you match up with, it's $25. If you get all 5 of them, that's $1,000.
Ooh.
Woohoo! Okay, so who do you want to be your teammate?
I'm going to go with Lisa.
Okay, I will leave the room.
Get outta
Best
here.
of luck, Katie. Let's win some money.
All right, you got to think like Lisa, so you may want to have a glass of wine quick.
I wish.
It's awesome when she's out of the room. I can make fun of her right now and get away with it. All right, the first word. So you just tell me the first word that comes to your mind. Stars.
Sky.
Good answer. Headphones.
Music.
Oof, 2 good answers. Pencil.
Paper.
Hug.
Dog.
Thinking like Lisa, I think. And finally, chips.
Potatoes.
Great answers. Lisa. She's got her ears plugged in the hallway and is dancing.
What?
She did Unreal.
Really?
Yep. I actually think there's only one here that could be tricky.
Okay, so I don't know if someone else is at work right now, but I had to go out in the halls and wait. But our station is playing. So I covered my ears and I was making the most insane sounds that whole time. And all of a sudden I heard someone like shuffling something around in their desk. I'm so embarrassed. Okay, let's do this.
Let's go, girl.
All right. Word number 1. Stars.
Sky. Woo!
I honestly think we could give away the money today.
No way. Are you serious?
Yeah, she did really good.
Okay.
Headphones.
It's 2 words I'm thinking of right now.
I can almost guarantee it's one of them.
Headphones. Ears. No! Was it music?
It was music.
No. I'm sorry, Katie.
That's all good.
It's okay. We could still win you, what, $75?
Yeah, she could still win 100.
Oh, $100. Okay, sweet.
Next up, Lisa, pencil.
Paper. Oh, I'm so mad at myself for not saying music.
Next up,
Okay.
chips.
Salty. See?
Potato.
Okay.
Much better answer.
I love-
Katie's answer is much better.
Katie exhaling into the mic is like, I understand.
I wanted to say salty.
Okay, and finally,
Last word.
yeah,
Okay, well, what are we at? We're at $50 in our pocket, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, let's make it 75.
hug.
Oh, like, these are hard. Hug. Kiss.
Oh, she said dog, which I thought you might be able to get,
You know
but
what?
that was the tricky one.
That is something I would say.
You still got $50, Katie. Thanks for playing.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great day. Oh, she was going to say you too. I cut her
You
off.
hung up on her?
I didn't mean to be rude. It's just what we do, right?
Oh, no. She was so sweet, too.
Yeah, really liked her. Next chance to play tomorrow morning. Play 107, it's Ryder and Lisa. We make jingles around here sometimes. They're just not very good. That's what a lot of businesses will use to catch your attention. Like we wrote this one for Arby's.
Arby's update. Arby's.
Beef and cheddar, beef and cheddar, beef and cheddar, beef and cheddar.
Didn't really go anywhere.
No, it didn't.
Thought it was going
In
to get
fact,
us rich.
There were crickets on our text line.
So Pusha T, famous rapper, came up with the da-da-da-da-da, I'm loving it.
Which I had no idea. That was back in 2003.
And he feels he didn't get fairly compensated for, how long they've been using it, how big of a part of their entire marketing campaign I'm loving it became.
You actually aren't doing it right. It's actually da-da-da-da-da.
I was trying to make it conversational.
Oh,
But it is da, not do, isn't it?
I don't know.
So Pusha T's fired up about this, and so he teams up with Arby's to write a diss track towards McDonald's.
Do you think that Pusha T went out of his way to contact Arby's
Yes.
for this? That is so funny to me.
Or somebody behind the scenes at Arby's, they're very creative. They come up with some funny stuff. Was like, yo, Pusha T never really got paid very much. We should see if he's willing to come and work for us. So they have a fish sandwich now, and that's what this diss track is about, is coming after the Filet-O-Fish.
Okay, I've had a fillet of fish. By far the best tartare I've had. So I'm intrigued to see how they can try and one-up that.
They are actually fairly tasty.
They're so good.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely underrated.
But this rap song is fire. You ready?
I'm the reason the whole world love it. Now I gotta crush it. Filet-O-Fishes, then you should be disgusted. How dare you sell a square fish, asking us to trust it? A half slice of cheese, Mickey D's on a budget. Arby's crispy fish is simply it. With lines round the corner, we might need a guest list. Eggs is stage left, the sandwiches taste fresh. A little cube of fish from a clown is basic. Say less, this argument is baseless. Drowned in tartar, that Filet-O-Fish is tasteless. See, Arby's only deals in the greatness. I bet the house on it like it's Vegas. Look, I could sell water to a well. How could you ever think I'd fail? Yeah, the crispy fish sandwich blazing trails. The mother clown's just too frail. Yeah, if you know me and you know me well, our fish is gonna tip that scale.
Yeah, I actually would pump that on a nice summer day with my windows down and system up. That's a good track.
Yeah, why am I turned on? That was amazing.
Real good. So we'll see. McDonald's usually stays out of this kind of thing.
The drama.
Yeah, everybody else is always biting at their heels as far as like just recognition goes. So like if this came out, I can't imagine like if they targeted Burger King or Wendy's, how they would have responded because they get into it, right? Arby's going after McDonald's, we'll probably won't hear much from them.
We need Wendy's to get in there. They're pretty fierce on Twitter.
Yeah,
if you don't follow them,
exactly.
you need to. It's so sassy.
Right now it is time for Unsung Heroes, where we give shout outs to people, places, and things that don't always get the attention and love they deserve. Let me be.
Shout out to being young and cool, and then all of a sudden you're checking in on your bird feeder to make sure it's still full enough for the white-throated sparrows.
Whoa.
Was that a bit too personal?
Yeah, really specific. Shout out to people who are still committed to sharing their Wordle scores online.
That's me.
That was a February thing. Grow up.
Shout out to this time of year when you don't know if you should leave the house dressed for winter or summer. What's today? I think today's summer.
Layers.
Lots of layers.
Shout out to Doritos, who because of inflation will have on average 5 less chips a bag moving forward, which will leave around -1 chip per bag.
What? I don't get it.
Do you want me to read the whole thing again? You just weren't listening.
No, I was listening.
No, I watched you not listening. You were dazing all over the place.
There's 5 less chips per bag.
Yes. Shout out to Doritos, who because of inflation will have on average 5 less chips per bag moving forward, which will leave roughly -1 chip per bag.
Oh, got it. That is funny.
Thanks.
Shout out to Kylie and Travis for changing their son's name from Wolf to nothing as of yet. It's not that they haven't named him. The kid's name is literally nothing as of yet.
Oh, yeah.
Scott. Whatever the last name is. Wait, Travis. Scott. What's the last name?
They didn't think that Wolf was unique enough, so maybe nothing as of yet Scott is. Good for them. Shout out to getting some vitamin D with the sunny spring weather and temperatures the next couple days. To get enough vitamin D that the body requires this time of year, though, you need to be completely naked outside all day.
Yeah, that's true.
So see you out there.
Ryder will be out there. Shout out to signs in washrooms that are literally still teaching us how to properly wash our hands. Thank you so much, because I've just been wetting mine and pretending to wash them for years. So this helps a lot. I didn't know you're supposed to use soap. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I'm just being sarcastic.
Oh.
The sign, it's obvious how to wash hands.
We've all talked
No, I
about
wash my
you.
hands.
Yeah.
I always use soap. You're the one that fakes the soap dispenser.
Okay.
You probably don't even know how to work a soap dispenser.
And finally, shout out to the refs in the Oilers and Avs game last night who missed more calls than my dad when his phone is on silent. We are joined by Jennifer from Discover Coding. Tell us about what you guys do.
My partner and I started Discover Coding out of the University of Alberta. We just started volunteering in schools to teach kids the superpower of coding. We discovered so many kids just love using and consuming technology, but they also love learning to code and create their own video games, stories, and music. And so with technology becoming so advanced, it's almost magic. But it's not magic, it's just science. And we are here to demystify it by teaching how code works or how a website's created or taking apart a computer and building it up back again.
And you have some exciting things coming up.
Yes, we're actually starting our in-person coding classes this March. So kids ages 5 to 14 can go through our level programming and use coding languages to create their video games and projects. And they'll learn computer science concepts, strengthen their creative thinking and problem-solving skills. And they also get to tinker with like hands-on robotics and STEM toys to learn about circuitry or how a computer works. And then teachers' conventions coming up. So if you have a kid who loves Minecraft or Roblox, we have day camps to teach them coding and designing games through their favorite game. We have those camps over spring break as well.
Perfect. So if people are listening right now and they want to find out more information on this, where can they find you, Jennifer?
Yeah, they can come to our website at discovercoding.ca.
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.
The more you know.